Hello bros and welcome to SX0 Profile Production. Next part, Sakura Succubus 4. So put it right there and let's continue reading. Ifumi ties her long tresses about in a ponytail, then sets herself down on a beach towel. Her curved back and rear angle towards me, and so with a coquettish smile that she glances at me over her shoulder. Would you care to begin there? The sunscreen is over there. She inclines her head to a small bottle resting by her bag. I kneel by Fumi's side and take the bottle in hand. I squirt some of the sunscreen into my palm, then reach Ifumi's bed back with her sticky fingers. Can I start? Please do. I'm quivering in anticipation. I press my fingers to the smaller Ifumi's back, tracing the curve of her spine. Ah yes, that feels good. Ifumi sighs. Your arms are very gentle, Hiroki, but there's a firmness to them, too. You're so manly. I'm positively melting. I hope not. That doesn't sound very healthy. I continue to work the sunscreen into Ifumi's fair skin. I slick her up, massaging her shoulders, her back, and the tops of her tights. Ifumi sighs both at my administration, and I presume the coolness of the sunscreen as it soaks into her skin. If I weren't so accustomed to touching Ifumi, I'd probably get flustered by this. Her swimsuit-clad body is intriguingly enticing, as are the little moans that spill from her lips. She doesn't often play sexy roles. She often typecast a sweet, innocent maiden, but I think Ifumi would make a great femme fatale. Right, I think that should be it. I draw away from Ifumi once I work the last of the sunscreen into her back. You can go. I can do your front. You can do your front, can't you? I can, though I would prefer it if you took care of that too. I will never tire of your caresses, my dear husband. Still, Ifumi smiles and cups her cheeks with one hand. It would not be to become idle. You appear you have quite a queen forming from your expert services. Perhaps you ought to tend to them first, lest they get jealous. What do you mean? I glance behind me, and soon I am confronted with Cosmos and Hazel. Cosmos takes my right arm, while Hazel takes the left. It ain't fair if you only pamper Ifumi. We're your partners too. We won't be spoiled. I demand equal rights. We are unionizing. What you give to Ifumi, you must give to us. I want you to apply my sunscreen too. And mine. My. You're so popular, Hiroki. Part of me is jealous, but I'm happy for you too. I'm glad my future husband is such a respected man. It looks like I got my work cut out for me. Keeping every member of my harem happy, but I don't mind it. I'm glad, in fact, for the attention. Who would be upset about ensnaring the attention of so many beautiful women? Alright, I'll play your sunscreen too. I do Hazel first, since she was the first to broach the topic. You wait your turn, okay, Cosmos? Okay, I'll wait patiently. I trust you, Hiroki. I know you will never go back on your word. Well, that was fast. That's too few minutes. We have to keep going. Alright, so when this disappears, I switch to the next. I end this. This should stay for at least a couple of minutes. This is the life. Ayu's punishment meted out, Marina now reclines upon a deck chair beneath the shade of a parasol. Her long white dress wraps over her back of the chair. Her black swimsuit snugly hugs her curves. Her face is cast in shadow, no, but I can see a contented cat-like smile playing about her mouth. I never noticed this before, but it might actually not be 100% true, but they actually never draw nails. They just do a small line that looks kind of like a nail. In one hand she holds a cocktail glass filled to the brim with some alcoholic beverage, or another it's a reddish-yellow color with a slice of orange screwed on the side of the glass and a parasol protruding from it. When Marina shifts, adjusting her chair, the ice cubes in her drink clings against the side of the glass. It seems like quite a sophisticated cocktail, but the bright colors give it a girlish look. Did Fumi make that for you? Yes, indeed. I mentioned I was thirsty and she hastened to mix this drink for me. It's a vodka highball with orange and cranberry juice. It's nothing too fancy, but its taste is divine. The citrus orange juice and the tart cranberry juice pair off so well together that the vodka gives it such a kick. The ice is particularly refreshing too. I could drink these all day. Marina takes a sip of a cocktail, then smiles. Delicious. You sure look like you're enjoying yourself. Yes, indeed. This is such a nice change from sitting in my office, poring over my monitor and answering endless emails. It's nice to simply relax every once in a while. And of course, I can never turn down a cocktail. Phoebe would make a wonderful bartender. I did not know she was so very gifted in mixing drinks. Now I'm curious. I kind of want to try one of her cocktails too. But maybe I'll save it for later. Are you worried about your stamina? A little. I don't know if I want to get smashed in the morning. My poor dear boy. Marina titters. It must be hard having to constitute of a human. We Sakura have a higher alcohol tolerance in general and can drink far more. It makes me very glad my mother banqueted upon me this superior body. Aya says I am getting old, but she knows nothing. I look not a day over 25. That girl has some nerve. I think you look great too, Marina, especially in the swimsuit. You've got nothing to worry about on that score. Thank you, dear boy. I'm fully aware of this fact myself, of course, but I do like being reassured. I can be trying during the company of Succubus who are so much younger than myself, particularly that obnoxious Ayu. She does love to boast. I cannot help but get angry at her, though I know she lashes out only because of her own insecurities. Perhaps I should not have been too hard on her, but I fear it is the only way she will learn. Well, I think Ayu deserves everything she got. She is probably asking for it. She said some pretty rude stuff back there. I'm so glad you agree, my dear boy. Marina takes another sip of her drink. It looks like she is having plenty of fun where she is, but I decide to pose it a question for her regardless. Do you wanna come swimming with me later? The sea is very smooth and clear, and it might be nice to take a dip. I appreciate the offer, but I would rather not. My swimsuit is expensive, and it was not made for splashing about in salty water. I would not want the gold details on it to tarnish. If Marina swims with anything like the tight red dress she wore back at her charity event, it must have cost a fortune. I don't even want to think about how many zeros must be tagged onto the end of the price tag. It's enough to make my head spin. Well, there are certain series of clothes in the world that the less the fabric it has, the more it costs. Which is pretty funny, to say the least. A swimsuit doesn't seem all that practical if you can't even swim in it. But what do I know? I've been at several fashion shows, but only in the capacity of photographer. My knowledge in regardless to the industry is sounding zero. As Marina must have picked her swimsuit out based on solely upon its appearance, as opposed to its functionality, not that was a poor choice. It really does suit her. I think swimming is something more suited to children. It's not very elegant, I fear. The trash one's arms and legs about like a drowning man. Cousins might enjoy it, or are you? And I am certain Hazel would, but that thought does not appeal to me. I can hardly drink while swimming. That's a good point, haha. I'll leave you to it. Have fun, Marina. I will, dear boy, and I wish you the same. You should probably entertain those naughty little sisters of mine. At least they get up to mischief. I feel rather too comfortable to discipline you now. You got it. If she misbehaves, I give her what she wants. I give her what she wants. Something like that. Thank you, and knew I could rely on you. Marina blows me a kiss as I depart, the pink lips glossy with lipstick. She sure looks like she's having a good time, but what about me? What should I do? I pondered my options for a few moments when... Hey, Hiroki. Sidles up to me, her voice unusually modulated, soft and girlish. I wonder if she personally shift can be attributed to the punishment Marina rained upon her. She isn't acting like her usual abrasive self. I was wondering, are you toys with one of her orange twin tails? Could I ask you a question? You already have. Yes, I know, but may I make a further inquiry? Now, what with all this inquiry business? She sounded way too formal, and to interrogate tones are starting to freak me out. What's up? You didn't do anything wrong, did you? Wrong? I puts herself up betraying some of her former docility. Why do you think I've done something wrong? I don't know. There was something off about the way you were talking, that's all. You haven't killed a man, have you? As if I would. A woman, then? Sometimes. I want to murder the saggy old hag. I shoots a glare at Marina, who, fortunately for her, is too far away to overhear her, still reclining while sipping upon a fruity cocktail. But no, I wouldn't never go that far. I'm no killer. I don't actually like the sight of blood. Really? I didn't think you'd be so squeamish. I'm not about other bodily fluids, but blood in particular is kinda... As well as off, she frowns. Why am I talking about this anyway? This isn't what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, go ahead then. I wanted to ask you, before you started making rude assumptions, whether you would like to spend the rest of the day in my wonderful company. I thought it might be nice if we could go for a swim or maybe a stroll. Though it's not like I'm asking because I like you. You're just the best of a bad bunch. I don't get along with any of the others, and I want to stay as far away from Marina as possible, so you have to do. I'm bestowing this privilege upon you, so you had best be grateful. Kneel down at my feet and... Hey, Hiroki. Of course, if she's unable to articulate the rest of her order. Kosu dashes towards us, one hand waving. I turn to her and she throws herself into my arms. Her affection is so zealous, it almost bows me over. Hiroki. Kosu clings to me, bare chest, and looks up at me, her amber eyes bright. I was taking a selfie for a bit, but I think I got the whole bunch now, and I'm getting kind of bored. You don't look busy, so I was wondering, would you mind showing me how to swim? You said you would last night, you promised. Can we give it a shot? I'm excited. Hey, Cosmos. Ayu grabs hold of Cosmos' shoulder and wrenches her off. Me like she's some sort of bikini-clad cat ear wearing barnacle. Oh damn it, I forgot to end it. Alright, we go on for the next picture. Don't butt in on our private conversation. I was trying to talk to Hiroki. Oh, were you? I'm sorry, I didn't realize. You could not realize. Are you blind as well as stupid? Can't you read the room? We're not in a room right now, silly, are you? And anyway, you weren't talking, you were shouting. I hope you weren't threatening my boyfriend. I wasn't threatening him, at least I didn't mean to. I only told him I was been so good. As I had been so good to him, he ought to bend over at my feet and lick my toes clean of sand. You. Cosmo pulls her face. I have nothing against feet, but the sand is different matter. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Who'd want to slurp up a mouthful of horrible dry sand? Hardly matters whether Hiroki wants to do it or not. If he truly respects me, he would do it all the same. Really? Kosu tells her asking one thing against her lower lip. If you ask me, it sounds like a fetish thing. Nobody was asking you. Now go away. Hiroki is mine. But he's my boyfriend. He said he was going to teach me how to swim. He said. Kosu is right, are you? I come between the two bickering Sakura before I can yank at Cosmos' cat ears. I did say I would help her swim. I like to honor my promise. But I asked you if you could spend the time with me first. Tell me you didn't. My agreement with Cosmo goes back to last evening. And you didn't sound all that enthused about spending time with me. What was it you said? I think it was something to the tune of I clear my throat and then do my best to impress Ayu's shrill voice. It's not like I'm asking because I like you. You're just the best of a bad bunch. My impression isn't particularly good. There's no way I can get my voice high enough short of being kicked somewhere soft and sensitive, but it's intensely recognizable. Cosmos begins to giggle while he scowls. I do not sound like that. You do sound a bit like that, are you? Whatever. Aya folds her arms and turns her head away, scowling. I'm past caring. You two are so stupid. You deserve each other. Go off into the ocean, the pair of you, and get stung by a jellyfish or eaten by a shark. I won't show any sympathy. And I'm not upset about being turned down or anything. It's with an explosive which reminds me of a race horse, that Ayu stalks up, her hands clenched at her side. I watch as she departs, unfolded behind my back, and then looks at Cosmos. She's definitely upset. Totally, I feel kind of bad for her. It'll be fine. I don't want to hang out with somebody who treats the idea like a chore. If she wants my attention that bad, she have to start being more upfront. It should be good a lesson. If Marina punishment earlier wasn't. Now? That's mine. Do you want me to give you a lesson? Aye, Captain. I never swum before, but I'm eager to learn. I'm going to do my best. Half an hour later. So there we have it. Yeah, it's about a good time. So it was good we kept on going to the next picture. 20 minutes is a good time for an episode no matter what. At least episodes with stories that are this short. Sadly, that was all I have for Sakura Succubus 4 this time. Don't say like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye-bye!